Hey you guys, it's TopicBricks here. Welcome to part 6 of building the Ministry of Magic in LEGO. So this has been a very long awaited episode. It's actually going to be a build episode today as well. We're going to be building segment 2 of the Ministry of Magic. It's been 2 months since I built segment 1 of the Ministry of Magic, and the reason for that delay was I ordered a load of pieces, in fact all of the pieces for this segment, for this episode, back in mid-January. And they arrived a week and a half ago in early April. Not all of them, but the last bits of that whole order arrived 3 months later since I ordered them, which is just completely ridiculous. The culprit for that was Bricks and Pieces, which is LEGO's online parts selling system. I ordered most of the parts on Bricklink. They arrived within 2 to 3 weeks from about 12 different stores, so that's what I expected. I expected the Bricks and Pieces order to take about a month, that's what I was told. However, I ordered on the eve of the website and the whole Bricks and Pieces system getting a massive update, so I think I was screwed over in that way. They've actually updated their entire website where it tells you the estimated delivery for all the parts you order. I think there's more parts as well on offer at different price points, and I believe it takes less time now from when you order a part to actually receiving it, because it used to take about a month or so, where I think now it takes 2 to 3 weeks. But like I said, my order took 3 months, which isn't good at all. I did get some compensation from LEGO because of it. I got a load of VIP points, which is very good. Thank you LEGO for that. But again, it really has messed up my schedule. And I couldn't really dive into my parts collection to use certain parts in the meantime until these Bricks and Pieces parts turned up, because within that Bricks and Pieces order involved about 112 hinge plates. I don't have that sort of parts, and I didn't want to spend £100+ on Bricklink to get those parts when I've already got those parts coming anyway. It just seemed like a waste of money just to get the video out a bit earlier. I did want this video to come out in mid-February to early March, but like I say, that's why it's been a month late, because of the Bricks and Pieces order issue. And that's also the reason why I spent £100+ on custom minifigure parts instead from Bricklink. I got those arrived within a timely fashion, and I made 2 custom minifigure episodes from, that was part 4 and part 5. Again, the last building episode was part 3. So if you haven't seen part 4 and 5, definitely make sure to go back and watch them, because they're very important episodes. They're custom minifigure episodes, and they show all of the minifigures we're using for this Ministry of Magic mock, which is of course an important factor. We've got 49 minifigures for this mock so far, most of them customs. A lot of the customs I made, admittedly, were before the Ministry of Magic set was actually revealed, because that's been revealed by LEGO in the last couple of weeks. And a lot of the custom minifigures I made are actually coming out as official minifigures in that set, which is releasing June 1st in the UK and I think June 19th in the US. So a lot of the custom minifigures I made are redundant, but a lot of them aren't. It includes about 18 Wizengamot members, includes definitely HALLOWS minifigures, Order of the Phoenix custom minifigures. There's a lot, and I'm going to be adding to that minifigure total, so by the end of the mock series we're going to be having way more than 49 minifigures, maybe even in the hundreds of minifigures, but we'll have to see how that goes. This episode though is going to be building the Fountain of Magical Brethren, which is segment 2 of the Ministry of Magic mock. Remember, there's 10 sections of this Ministry of Magic that I've planned out. Section 1 was built in part 3, and that was the tower blocks and also the fireplaces. This time it's going to be, like I said, the Fountain of Magical Brethren, which simply attaches to that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get that camera, show you all the parts that have arrived, and then I'm going to get all those parts, pour them on my desk, and film a time lapse of me building all of segment 2. So a good chunk of this video should be a time lapse, because I know you guys like that. That's the feedback I got. And then once it's all built, I'll stop the time lapse and I'll show you an in-depth look at segment 2. And we'll talk more on the official Ministry of Magic set and what I'm going to do with that, because I'm going to be buying multiple of those sets, because the sticker sheets are very useful for this Ministry of Magic mock, as well as the minifigures and some of the parts as well. But we'll talk more about that in the outro. But for now, let me show you the parts which have arrived on my doorstep over the last 3 months. Okay, so here are all the Bricklink parts and Pick-a-Brick orders which have arrived over the last few months. You've got some Pick-a-Brick ones here, which are a load of hinge plates. These are officially from the Lego factory. We've got over 100 of these. We've then got a load from Bricklink. We've got a load of 1x1s in dark green. I mean, absolutely loads of them here. Got another bag here. We've got another bag here. Absolutely ridiculous. It's a shame because dark green is actually my favourite colour in Lego, and it costs so much money in dark green. Dark green seems to be rare. We've got some black tiles here, a lot of tiles, because of course the entire surface of this Ministry of Magic MOC is going to be tiled. More 1x1s, this time in black. Obviously we've got a load of brown tiles because of the flooring. As you can see, the entire floor is brown, so we've got a load more of those to fill here. These are just some more random parts. Yeah, got a mixed bag here of dark green and black tiles and jumper plates. We've got obviously big plates as well, you can't forget those. Some bigger bricks, 2x4s here and 2x3s. We've got a random hairpiece we'll put off to the side. What are these? So these are bracket pieces. We've got a load of those bracket pieces for the Fountain of Magical Brethren. We've got a load of grate pieces because there is like a circular grate that goes along the edge here, so we've got all those in there. Some more random black pieces, more tiles, I think some more pieces, even more dark green 1x1s, and I think that's everything that's important. Again, the pieces aren't very big for this MOC, but there's just a lot of them, you know. Like these 1x2s, there isn't, you know, a great deal of weight here, even though it looks it. It's just a large quantity. There's probably over 100 in this bag alone, and obviously there's way over 100 of these trans blue tiles, and those are going to fill up the basins for the Fountain of Magical Brethren. And I think we've got, how many of those we've got? I think we've got about 1,500 of those. I can't quite remember. And obviously these are all the custom minifigures, or a lot of the custom minifigures, filling up this little pot here. So it's all going well. So let's dive it into the time lapse for this segment 2 of the Ministry of Magic. Okay, so here is the Fountain of Magical Brethren, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to take you through exactly what's going on here. So the Fountain of Magical Brethren has 3 different levels. As you can see, there is the first level, which is the biggest basin, the intermediate level, which is, you know, the second biggest basin, and then you have a smaller basin at the top. There's about 1,000 trans light blue studs in the bottom basin, about 600 in the middle one, and about 400 in the top one. So there's about 2,000 trans blue studs in total. It doesn't look like 2000s trans blue studs, but trust me, it is. The way I've actually created the fountain design for the basin itself is the same in all three different levels, and I've effectively used hinge plates all rowed together. See if you can take a closer look at the inside. You can't really see there, but I've used a load of the hinge plates, hundreds of them, all round together, and I've stacked brackets on top of those hinge plates, which allows me to attach these 1x1 tiles to the sides of the basin, and those 1x1 tiles are the same design as what goes all the way, around the side of this big oval room. So the way I've done this is, like I said, this mock is still going to be built on mosaics. These are mosaic plates, but I'm using these pinholes, taking advantage of those pinholes, to then attach extensions to this. This is just built with bricks and plates to actually, make it a full circle, essentially, and those will be pinned in. So it's a nice little extension. It works really well with our first segment. We've got obviously the tile block there, and also the fireplaces, and obviously these fireplaces do turn, so you can put a minifigure in there and have him apparate in. I've actually recreated the scene here from the Order of the Phoenix where Fudge and his auras turn up and see Lord Voldemort there, and you've got Harry's friends here, and Harry's there on the floor with Dumbledore kneeling beside him. It's a fun little scene that I've mocked up here with the Fountain of Magical Brethren here in the background. So obviously the next part is going to be the courtroom. Hopefully I'm going to get that out before the Summer Waves comes out in June. So within the next month, hopefully we should have the next segment out. But this is the Fountain of Magical Brethren. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to finish off now with an outro. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think the Fountain of Magical Brethren looks absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to build segment 3 of this Ministry of Magic mock, which is going to be the courtroom. So if you want to know what the courtroom looks like, make sure to go back to part 3, where at the end of that episode I show you all the renders and what I built in the studio software, the design software for Lego, of what the courtroom is going to look like. So I'm going to go on the computer right now, order all the parts for that, and hopefully in about 3 weeks time, maybe a month's time, we'll get that next building episode out for you. Hopefully it doesn't get lost in the whole June hype, because obviously as soon as June comes along, I'm going to be uploading videos every single day on the new Lego Harry Potter sets, so we'll see how that meshes up. But yeah, so one of the new sets coming out in June is the Ministry of Magic set, which is £100, or is it? I think it's £90 in the UK. $100, £90. Includes a load of useful minifigures like Yaxley, all the Deathly Hallows figures like Runcorn, Mafalda Hopkirk, Red Catamole. It's got a new version of Umbridge as well, which I don't actually like, if I'm going to be honest with you, but it comes with a Cat Patronus, which is really cool. I'm going to buy a couple of them just because I need the sticker sheets. If you look in Umbridge's office on the back of the box, you can see there's some stickers on tiles which are like cat plates. I'm going to need a load of those because in Umbridge's office in when I say real life, in the Wizarding World universe, she's got loads of cat plates all over the room, and I think in the set I can only see 2. Which means I'm going to have to buy a load of those sticker sheets to fill out Umbridge's office with a load of those cat plates, because of course segment 4 of the Ministry of Magic mock is going to be all the offices, like Umbridge's office, Fudge's office, Arthur Weasley's office, all of those. So we're going to need to get a couple of those Ministry of Magic sets in order to actually properly fill out the offices for the Ministry of Magic mock that we're doing. So I'm probably going to be buying 3 on day 1, and then when they go on sale I'll buy a couple more, but it's more than likely I'll just be buying the sticker sheets after that. I think I only need about 3 of them, and then after that I'll just buy sticker sheets because I do want to utilise most of the parts in the sets. I'll build 1 as a complete set because I'm a completionist. I want a set as is, and then the other 2 I'll utilise with parts essentially and sticker sheets. So yeah, that's basically the plan I've got for that set. Next segment is going to be the courtroom, like I said, and the segment after that is going to be the offices. So that's when we'll see those sets being in use. I plan to upload one more building episode before June, which is going to be the courtroom, and then I do all the June sets. There'll probably be a little break where I'm just going to focus on doing all the June content, all the summer wave for Lego Harry Potter. I'm going to do reviews for all of those sets. Then once that's done and the hype for June is down, I'll then open a couple of those Ministry of Magic sets and we'll get onto the part 8 of this mock series in about late June to early July. So that's how the timetable is looking for this mock series. I just wanted to let you know what my plans were. So that about wraps it up for this episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to share it, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, because it costs me a lot of money to make these episodes. All the money I make from this channel goes directly into this mock series. Building this mock is basically my dream. I always wanted to build a Ministry of Magic mock of this scale, and doing this YouTube stuff allows me to actually build it. So again, I would appreciate your support. Also, if you want to become a member, we've got 4 different tiers where you get cool different perks. I'll put all the information on screen now. But that about wraps it up for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another Lego Harry Potter video, or maybe it'll be the day after. I'll probably be the day after. I'll leave this video up for 2 days. I'll catch you then. Bye for now.